गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Yesterday a wonderful thought came, and it is from Amrit Anubhav itself, and we'll think about it, contemplate on it, meditate upon it this morning. How everything is the reality, how everything is pure consciousness, and there is nothing other than pure consciousness. A simple example is, or examples, all the froth, all the waves, all the oceans, all the tsunamis, all the droplets of water, of all these names, what I just mentioned, the whole list of it, they are nothing but water. Water alone is pervading every one of these forms. Water is the material out of which all these forms are, in which all these forms are existing. They have got no independent existence apart from water. Similarly, all ornaments are existing in the gold. They have got no independent existence apart from the gold. Gold is pervading all the ornaments. So also the mud is pervading all the pots. All the pots are existing in the mud. The pots, which is name and form, has got no independent existence apart from the mud. If this example is clear, now we apply to ourselves. This whole creation or our existence, any way which way you look at it, is defined as Asti Bhati Priya Nama Roop. Asti is to be, existence. Bhati is to know, to illuminate. Priya means that is which is dear, which is bliss. And the last two, Nama Roop. Everything is existing. I know it is existing. I like it. And it has a name and form, whatever I like or whatever I engage with. The scriptures say that the truth out of these five, which is how we define everything in this creation, or the creation as such. Asti Bhati Priya is the aspect which has been borrowed from the truth. Truth is Satchidananda Swarup. That Satchidanand, Satchit Anand, is told here as Asti Bhati Priya. This is the aspect of the reality. And what is the other two? That is the name and form. Name and form is this creation. Can you have creation without the Asti Bhati Priya or Satchidanand Swarup? No. What is the material that has gone into Nama, Roop, name and form? It is Asti Bhati Priya alone. This you cannot work out only by looking outwards. You have to look at yourself also. You are also a mixture of two. What is that? Spirit and matter. Very simply put, spirit and matter. What is spirit? Asti Bhati Priya, Sat Chit Anand. And what is matter? Name and form. That is matter. So can the Satchidanand exist independently? Yes, its nature is independence. What about name and form? No, it cannot. Just like ornaments cannot exist without the gold, the waves, the froth, the droplets, they cannot exist without the water. The pots cannot exist without the mud. The name and form cannot exist without the Satchidanand Swarup reality. Huh? It cannot live without the reality. It cannot exist without the Satchidanand Swarup principle. So look at it within you. What is name and form? The world is all name and form. What is Satchidanand? Is Satchidanand Swarup outside? What is your cognition of the Asti Bhati Priya? What is your cognition of Satchidanand Swarup principle? Oh, these people in the Zoom are all consciousness. No. Can you access consciousness by looking into the computer? What are you interacting with? You are interacting with the name and form. And yes, there is life expressing through them. But by looking at you, by looking at your form, how will I work it out? How will I work it out? So attention has to come to myself. Yes, everyone is name and form, and in everyone life is expressing. Why am I only talking about everyone? My story is also the same. I am also having a name and form. I got a body. Arm has a name and form. Fingers have a name and form. Head has a name and form. Every organ has a name and form. In fact, the whole body is nothing but name and form. And who knows this body? I know this body. Who is this I? That must be the Chit aspect. This body exists, yes. Is the body existing, or the existence principle is the substratum on which which alone is expressing as the body, the phenomena of body is coming up? I don't know. What about the knowledge Chit aspect? Is someone else knowing the body, or I am knowing the body? I am knowing the body. Oh, good. And this body is dear to me. See? And this is how we go through everything. Everything is a mixture of spirit and matter. Everything is a coming together of Asti Bhati Priya Nama Roop. Asti Bhati Priya Satchidanand is our nature. You cannot have thoughts about your nature, because that's a foregone conclusion. That is your nature. Then what will we have thoughts about? The thoughts will be about Nama Rupa, name and form. Everything in this creation is known through name, naam. Every name must have a form and every form must have a name. That's the rule. How do I cognize a name or a form? Are eyes enough? Yes, eyes can only illuminate the form. But how does that process that? If I see you all, every one of you has a form. I see both. My eyes see the form of the first one, and immediately in my mind, the thought comes both. Name comes to that form. Then Bhavesh, then uncle, and so on. So the moment I see this form, the name comes in my mind, table. The moment I see this, the name comes in my mind, laptop. And this is how it is going on. You have to just recognize that. So where is the knowledge taking place? Within me. Knowledge is not taking place in the laptop. Knowledge is not taking place in the table. Knowledge of you all is not taking place in you all. It is taking place in me. Next question. How is this knowledge taking place? How is this knowledge taking place? It is taking place by way of thought. This knowledge is taking place by the way of thought. Everything is a thought. Everything in this creation is nothing but name and form, and that entire name and form is accessed by me, is known by me by way of thought. Past, present, future, known, unknown, everything is known by way of thought. Manifested, unmanifested form, everything. Now the question is, where is the thought coming? Is the thought coming in the body? No. Is the thought coming in the computer? No. Is the thought coming in the body, table? No. It is coming in me. Is the thought coming in the eyes? Oh, my eyes saw this form and I got the thought. But where did you get the thought? In your mind. Sense organs do not think. Sense organs only illuminate. Only illuminate. And the corresponding thought appears in the mind. And what is happening? And remember, we have never seen the mind. With reference to the thoughts, we say there is a mind. With reference to the thoughts, we say there is a mind. And what is taking place? One after another, thoughts are coming and going. Thought is coming, thought is staying, thought is going. Thought is coming, thought is staying, thought is going. And remember, thought itself is made up of the Triputi. Knower, known, knowing, seer, seen, seeing, experiencer, experience, experiencing, waker, waking world, waking experience, dreamer, dream world, dream experience. All these are Triputis. Triputis means the triad. Without these three, a thought cannot appear in your mind. Meaning, waking is a thought, dream is a thought, table is a thought, board is a thought, laptop is a thought, this lecture is a thought, what you are listening is a thought, what you are remembering is a thought, what you are projecting, imagining is a thought. Everything is a thought. Without thought, you cannot interact. And for that, merely thinking that this every object in this world is a name and form and that is a thought in my mind is not enough. You have to recognize that the thought also is something which is finite, that the thought also has a beginning and an end. Therefore, that thought also is matter. That thought also is temporary and finite. And a continuous parade of thoughts is going on in your mind, whether you like it or not. It's happening. If eyes are opening, you will see something. Ears are open, you will hear something. Thought will be created. And continuously thoughts are going on. Just like continuously the waves are going on in the water. Similarly, continuously thoughts are going on in the mind. Now, one more step back. If there are no thoughts, where is the mind? If there are no thoughts, then where is the mind? We just said mind is only with reference to the thoughts. If there are no waves, then where has the ocean gone? If there are no thoughts, where has the mind gone? If there are no thoughts, mind reverts back to being the pure consciousness, the reality. That reality with reference to thoughts is called as mind. That material called the mind, which is nothing but pure consciousness, has itself divided into what? The subject and the object. Has itself divided into Asti Bhati Priya on one side and Nama Roop on the other side. That is its potentiality, that is its glory, that is its vibhuti. How is it? Just like in you also. Like one man has himself divided into father, husband, son, with reference to someone. Similarly, this Triputi also, with reference to the objects, the subject has come about. Remember, subject and object are coexisting. But that is not our inquiry right now. Then we are going into a thought. So thought is nothing but has three components: subject, object, and instrument of knowledge. Seer, seen, seeing; hear, heard, hearing; knower, known, knowing; waker, waking world, and waking experience. So waker is the subject, waking world is the object, and the waking mind is having the waking experience. Through that waking mind alone, you are able to experience the waking world. And where is the waking world? How is the waking world appearing? By way of thoughts. Where is the waking world by way of thoughts appearing? In the mind, waking mind. Where is the thought, the waker expressing? That waker also is a thought only. Because waker cannot exist without the waking experience and the waking world. They are all of them are coexisting. One you take out, the chair will collapse. So waker is also a thought in the mind, the waking world is also a thought in the mind, the waking experience is also a thought in the mind. So what is the material that has gone into the waker, waking world, and waking experience? The mind. How? Like in the dream. All the people in the dream are pervaded by your mind. The material is your mind. The consciousness of everyone is your mind. The past and present is nothing but your mind. The space, time, objectivity in the dream is nothing but your mind. Birth and death is nothing but your mind. All the variety in the dream is not, all the names and forms are nothing but your mind. So is true in the waking also. So everything is happening in the mind. But here in the waking, right now, what is going on? Because everything is so slow compared to dream, we are not able to cognize that everything is happening in the mind. Because we insist that tomorrow, yesterday will continue. The house, the body, the memories, the relationships, everything will continue to tomorrow. This insistence has gone so deep into us that we have created a non-existing continuity. See? Anyway, that keep that aside. So all the thoughts appear, manifest. The phenomena of thoughts happens in the mind. Pure consciousness is called the mind with a reference to the thoughts. Pure consciousness is called the mind with reference to the thoughts. So, will it be right to say that the pure consciousness is playing with itself? The pure consciousness, the reality on one side is the mind and the other side is the thoughts. Is it okay to say ocean is playing with itself and the waves come about? So what we want to impress or come to the conclusion that it is that one reality alone which is appearing as the mind. It is the mind alone, the material of the mind, which is nothing but pure consciousness, which is pervading all the thoughts. Thoughts being subject, object, and instrument of knowledge. The subject is also pure consciousness. Object is also pure consciousness. The instrument is also pure consciousness. Nimitta, upadana karan. The material that has gone into these three, subject, object, and instrument of knowledge, is nothing but pure consciousness. And this way, thinking, contemplating in this manner, there is no conclusion. If you try to look for a conclusion, this is what is going to happen when it clicks. Nothing is going to happen. You will be the most normal person. Only the vision will change. Everything is seen the same way, but with a difference. Because the inner setup has transformed. The inner vision has transformed. What is that transformation of inner vision? Just like a woman starts accepting herself as the mother the moment child is born. Forgets the woman. Just like a man forgets the man the moment he becomes married with a woman. Then with reference to the woman, he is a husband. He forgets the man and starts behaving as a husband. Similarly, that consciousness with reference to the object forgets the consciousness and starts behaving as the subject with a reference to the object. But take one step back and see the whole thing. It's a Whole thing is nothing but the play of consciousness. Step back and look at the whole waters. All the waves and oceans are nothing but the play of water with itself. Look at the gold and the ornament. All the ornaments are nothing but the play of gold with itself. See? And in this way, in spite of the multiplicity, thinking in this manner, our attention is on the unifying principle. And that unifying principle, I am. That unifying principle is not above the sky. That unifying principle, I am, and this self that I am is of the nature of infinitude. This self that I am is of the nature of all pervasiveness. This self that I am is of the nature of illumination. This self that I am has never been born and therefore can never die. Then if I am of such a nature who can never be born and never die, and you said all the names and forms are, no, that is the phenomena. The name and form comes and goes, but the material out of which the thought is created does not come and go. The form called wave comes and goes, but the material out of which the wave is created, called water, water does not come and go. Gold does not come and go. Ornament comes and goes. The name and form comes and goes. But the substratum, the foundation, does not come and go. Be that foundation, be that kutastha, be that unchanging principle. Contemplate on this.